everyone! We are here in the Jurassic room, and welcome to yet another episode of Dinosaurs of the Week, where all of you, the fans, get to pick what is showcased in every single episode. And like always, I got some great suggestions from you guys, and I'll be picking 10 of my favorites to feature in today's video. So let's go ahead and check out what dinosaurs made this week's episode. To kick off this week's episode, we've got a suggestion from Sonic Squad for the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Battle Damaged Tyrannosaurus Rex and Monolophosaurus, and this is honestly a pretty cool set right here. This T-Rex is the same as the Extreme Chompin Legacy Collection one that we originally got back in 2018, but this one's got some battle damage scarring to it, which is pretty cool. And then of course it comes with a battle damaged Monolophosaurus as well. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our T-Rex, its gigantic bite, its head and neck articulation, and the Monolophosaurus and how you can activate its battle damage. So we'll go ahead and check that out. So what you can do is click right here to activate some battle damage, and then right back up, and then your Monolophosaurus is good as new. And then of course you can click the button on top of the head to get some extreme chomping action out of the T-Rex, which is also sweet. But overall, this is a fun set, one of the original Mattel Jurassic World toys. So for those reasons, I really love this one. Now we've got a really good suggestion right here from Chris Porter for the Jurassic Park Chaos Effect Amargospinus, and what an awesome toy we have right here, and such an intriguing one. And of course, all you guys know the Jurassic Park Chaos Effect toy line is my favorite toy line, so I'm super happy to take a look at any of the figures. But this Amargospinus is a combination of the Amargosaurus and the Spinosaurus, and as you can see guys, what a wicked looking creature. A carnivore combined with a sauropod is just really sweet, and these wacky colors too are making this Amargospinus so unique. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Amargospinus, a little bit about it, and then of course some advertisements for some of the other Jurassic Park Chaos Effect toys. But overall, this is about as wacky as it gets. This Amargospinus right here is what Jurassic Park Chaos Effect is all about, and it's a figure that I'm very happy to look at on this week's episode. Now we've got another great vintage suggestion right here from Super George, and this is the original Jurassic Park Young Tyrannosaurus Rex, and this is such a classic toy, an iconic figure for any Jurassic Park or Jurassic World fan. Of course, we've got that soft, real feel rubber skin where you can grab it and make those jaws extend wide, and we've got our Dino damage wound as well, which is very famous for all of the old Kenner Jurassic Park toys. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our young T-Rex and a little bit of a scenery view. Of course, we get some details here, like how you can squeeze the neck as shown to open the mouth and remove skin cover to reveal Dino damage wound, and of course some advertisements for some of the other Series 1 Jurassic Park toys. But overall, this is a beautiful figure and a beautiful box, and it is an iconic one, and one that is very special to many Jurassic collectors. So for those reasons, I'm very happy to showcase it in this week's episode. Now we've got a suggestion right here from Jacob D for any Giganotosaurus toy. So I chose one that's a little bit more off the wall. This is the Jurassic World Rebirth Sound Surge Giganotosaurus, and it has a very similar look as the 12-inch basic figures, but it is slightly thicker and of course has sound effects. Listen up. That is pretty cool. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Sound Surge Giganotosaurus, which is pretty sweet. But overall, nothing too crazy about this figure, but we've taken a look at so many Giganotosaurus toys in the past on Dinosaurs of the Week, so I thought why not choose a unique one like this Sound Surge version, and that's what brought me to the conclusion of picking this one for this week's episode. Alright, so this next suggestion we have right here came from Brian, or actually your name is Ben, for the Hammond Collection Therizinosaurus, since I unfortunately don't have that Duncan set quite yet. But here we go, the Hammond Collection Therizinosaurus is looking absolutely beautiful. We've got a great paint job on this figure, an awesome sculpt, and of course top-notch articulation like the Hammond Collection is always known for. On the side of the box, we get another good look at our Hammond Collection Therizinosaurus from Jurassic World Dominion. opinion. And then on the back of the box, we get a couple good looks at the Therizinosaurus, including showcasing its glass eye and some of the different poses that you can put this awesome creature into. And then of course we got some advertisements for some other Hammond collection toys and a little bit of a description about our Therizinosaurus right there, as you guys can see. But overall, this is a very beautiful figure, another great addition to the Hammond collection, and probably the coolest Therizinosaurus toy that we've ever gotten from any Jurassic World toy line. Now, this next suggestion right here came from Samco for the Jurassic World Dino Rivals Dual Attack Parasaurolophus, and what a beautiful figure right here. As all of you guys can see, this was the first Parasaurolophus figure that we got from Mattel, and they definitely did not disappoint with this one. We've got a great sculpt, and we've got an awesome paint job, very reminiscent of the old Stan Winston Parasaurolophus, so I really do appreciate that. Now, when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Parasaurolophus, its head strike, its tail strike, and of course its collector card that it comes with, just like all of the different Dino Rivals toys come with. Why don't we go ahead and check out those features? So this back button right here can get that tail strike going, and then the front button right here will get the head strike going, because you have two attacks, hence the name Dual Attack right there, which is pretty cool. But overall, this is a beautiful Parasaurolophus figure with a great sculpt, a great paint job, and probably one of the best we've gotten from Mattel, and it's the original one. Now we've got a suggestion right here from LAN or LAN for the Jurassic World Dino Rivals Battle Damage Monolophosaurus, which is a rare figure. Just like you said, it does have the same sculpt of Monolophosaurus that we had gotten in the past, but a whole new paint job, which is looking really, really nice in my opinion. And the reason this figure is so rare is because it never got released here in America, so I'm very happy to have it in my collection. Now when you look at the back of the box, you get a better look at our Monolophosaurus and how you can activate its battle damage. So we can go ahead and check that out. All you gotta do is click right here, and then bam, the battle damage is activated, and then you slide it right back up, and then again, your Monolophosaurus is as good as new. But overall, this is a very sweet figure right here, a very rare one, which makes me very happy to have it in the collection, and I think this was a great one to showcase on this week's episode of Dinosaurs of the Week. So now we have a suggestion from Jurassic Fan for the Jurassic World Chaos Theory Wild Roar Pteranodon, and this is a pretty cool figure. It's almost the exact same sculpt as the Pteranodons we got in the past, except for they put some of these damage designs into the wings, which made it a little bit more unique, and of course it got a fresh paint job, which is different than any of the Pteranodons we got in the past, so I guess that does make this figure a little bit more unique. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at our Pteranodon and how you can control the attack. So what you can do is click the button right here, and then you get the wings flapping, the mouth opening, and some sound effects. Overall, a pretty cool feature, but nothing too groundbreaking. A very similar effect that we've gotten with most of the Pteranodon toys, but at least we got a fresh paint job here and a slight difference to the sculpting, so I guess that makes this one a little bit more unique than some of the rest. Now, the next suggestion we have right here is from one of my favorite people in the world and my manager, Mr. Raptor Sub, and this is the Jurassic World Dino Rivals Savage Strike Stiggy Stiggy, and honestly, this is a nice little figure right here. Nothing too crazy about it, but they really nailed the sculpt with this one, and even though the paint job is not super intricate either, it really works so well because it looks just like the Stiggy from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Now, when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at Stiggy Stiggy, its head ramming action, and of course its collector card that it comes with, just like all of the different Dino Rivals toys come with, which is pretty sweet. But overall, the Stiggy Stiggy right here is looking pretty nice. Here is that action feature right there. Nothing too crazy about it, but kind of what you'd expect and what you'd want out of a Stiggy toy, so that you can make it ram its bonehead into different dinosaurs or objects. So overall, while this is a simplistic figure, I still think it is very nice. And now the final suggestion we have for this week's episode is from Cami for the Jurassic World Dino Trackers Danger Pack Xuanhanosaurus. I may have said that completely wrong, but this is a really cool creature right here. Another unique species with a pretty cool sculpt. Nothing too crazy about the paint job because the paint doesn't go down to the tail or the legs at all, but overall it still has a cool look with that feathering designs and a pretty cool paint job and sculpt on the head, as you guys can see. Now when we look at the back of the box, there's nothing really special to see, just some small advertisements for some of the other Dino Tracker figures from this wave. But overall, this is a pretty cool figure right here. And again, it's a really unique species. I'd never even heard of this dinosaur before Mattel released this toy. So overall, I think that makes it pretty cool. And like I always say, I just love it when Mattel gives us all these random species of dinosaurs so that we're always adding new species to our collection. And this one right here is no exception to that. I think it is pretty awesome. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Dinosaurs of the Week. Like I say in every single video, if you are not featured in this week's episode and would like a chance to be featured in next week's episode, then be sure to let me know down in the comments below. Want to see more awesome Jurassic content? Then hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so that you don't miss any of my content. Also, check me out on Instagram and join my Discord server for so much more Jurassic fun. The links to everything will be in the description below. Check out more awesome Jurassic videos here.